because I'm in an IT group, right? And I seen a guy make a post. Somebody told him, bro, you get a lot of callbacks from jobs and companies because you're a veteran. And like being a veteran, when it comes to your resume and getting interviews and stuff, is like a cheat code because companies get benefits from hiring veterans and stuff like that. And the man was offended. He was pretty much like, yo, how you going, like you trying to dim my light. You trying to take away all the hard work I put in by saying that I'm getting these opportunities because I'm a veteran. Like that's weak. That's whack. How could you say that? And then, a lot of people was in the comments of that post letting them know, bro, that's just facts. Like companies prefer hiring veterans, not only because of tax breaks and stuff like that, but because the marketing that they can do when they tell the world how many veterans they have working there. It just, in America, because we're such a militarized country and we just so military first and we just love destruction in this country, having formerly trained killers for the government on your payroll is like a plus in America. That's just a positive thing to us. When I say us, I'm just saying Americans. So for you to fight back against something like that, to just really argue as if that's not a true statement, that companies prefer veterans and you're going to get a lot more callbacks as a veteran than a person who's not a veteran. That's just, to me, that's just something that's dumb enough that doesn't even need to be argued. Like that's just, of course, everybody knows that. You know what I'm saying? And it brought me to something that I do think is a problem. I think it's an insecurity in the collective blackness of America, because we felt like we've had our accomplishments taken from us so much that now the idea, the inkling of an idea that somebody helped us or something helped us out and it wasn't just all of our hard work that did it, we are offended by. It's like an insult to us in this country because like I said, we've had so many of our accomplishments taken and stolen from us. And I just wanted to be known that, hey, to my people, that is nothing to be ashamed of. I know when people look at T.I.'s son, King, and they see him, everybody can clearly identify that he looks crazy, trying to act like he got it out the mud, or he acting like he didn't have a leg up or some privilege in his life from having 2 millionaire parents. Everybody can clearly see examples like that and why it's foolish, right? But you don't see how you acting the same way over somebody talking to you about the military is the same thing. It's no difference to me. This is a young black kid who feels like he's having his hard work looked down upon because his parents was rich. And this is you feeling like you're having your hard work looked down upon because you have military benefits. And the benefit of not just military and VA benefits, but just the fact alone that people know you in the military, they're going to treat you better. We don't like that. We don't like the idea of that, because it's an insecurity of ours for people to not think that we work hard. It's like, no, my hard work did this for me. We can't even imagine that something would just be easy for us. We don't even like the idea of anybody thinking something was easier for us. But I'm here to tell you, if something was easier for you, you should brag about it. We shouldn't run from it. If I got something easy, if I inherited $1 million from my parents, I would brag about it. I ain't inherit nothing from my parents, but if I inherited something from my parents, I would brag about it. If they gave me a house, if they gave me a car, if they gave me anything, I would brag about it. Now, I guess it's easier for me to say because I ain't never get nothing. But I'm just saying that most people who are in these situations, they either try to downplay it or they try to hide it. They try to hide the fact that they've been given some help from somebody. And it's like, why we try to preach this whole like we get mad at. We try to preach this whole thing about, I want generational wealth and all that. You want generational wealth is only generational wealth when you commit the act of passing it on. So you are offended by the whole, the idea that you've gotten anything, but you're about to do that to your kids. That's what you want. That's the whole goal to progressing ourselves, is to have something to give out, to help somebody with and all this type of stuff. It's not an insult to say that you got help or something came easier for you. You know what I'm saying? The thing is that we just have to recognize the things that come easy to us. We got to recognize when somebody did something for us to make everything after easier for us. We can't just keep on acting like everything is just harder for me And I'm talking about individual cases. I'm not talking about the larger black community. I'm saying individually, you need to recognize when somebody did something that made things easier for you after the fact. Like me in my situation, I know that I wouldn't be in tech right now if it wasn't for a series of people helping me out, because there was no way I would just get a job by just going on somebody's website, filling out applications and somebody hiring me for tech. There was no way possible that was happening. No way at all. It just wouldn't have happened at that time, I'm saying, right? So I'm never going to act like me sitting up late nights reading books and all that is what got me the jobs. You can read 1 million books. You can have 1 million degrees. You're going to need somebody to put you on, put you in a position if you want things to be easier for yourself. Now, if you just want to struggle forever and you want to just brag about the struggle and all that type of stuff, the people who actually struggle, that is nothing to brag about. I would have much rather have things easier than the struggle thing. Like, I don't even... It's crazy to me. You understand? Like my kids growing up the way that they grow up, the way that they're growing up, they're going to know, they're going to brag about the stuff that we have done and stuff they experienced and the stuff they have. They're going to brag about it. You know why? Because it's actually a cool thing for your parents to give you stuff. It's not a bad thing. No matter how many times somebody try to make it seem like an insult, or your dad did that for you, or your mom did that for you. You're right. They did. They're supposed to. So, yeah, that's not a bad thing. Like, it's not an insult. Even if somebody tries to throw it at you like an insult, the answer should be, okay. That should be the answer. That should be the answer.